Good afternoon, Sierra Vista and surrounding community. This is Melanie Edwards-Barton, CEO here at the Sierra Vista Area Chamber of Commerce. And you recognize our special guest. This is Mayor Mueller, City of Sierra Vista. Welcome back.
Well, thank you, Melanie. It's great to be back with you and be able to talk to the folks on your channel, so to speak.
Our channel, that's right. Our live stream's out there, and this is kind of a signing off. Not for the live stream, but as we all know, you've been mayor for 12 years.
Yes, ma'am.
Long time.
Well,
and then city council before that.
Yeah, it's been an honor to serve the city. And actually, I started as a precinct committeeman for the Republicans, and then I was talked into running for council. Didn't make it the first time. Missed it by 12 votes, but I've been involved a long time, so that makes it almost 25, 26 years involved in local politics. So it's been a pleasure to, once elected, to be able to serve, and I enjoy trying to meet the challenges that are presented, and there have been many.
Oh, not here.
Not Sierra Vista.
There's a lot of challenges, actually, and I'm sure you've addressed those over the course of 25 years. That's a long time. And so some of those big ones, I know that the city works in partnership with so many different entities, but I'm curious to know, over this past 25 years or the last 12 years, what do you feel the city's major accomplishments over that time period?
Well, there are a couple of them. When I sat down with the paper yesterday and did an interview, I said that probably the most boring one was the most important one, and that was being able to make sure that the city was fiscally capable of carrying out its mission when we had the downturn in the economy, what people would call the Obama recession. And because the sequestration was in effect, really for us, it was the Obama depression.
Mm-hmm.
And we were able to come out of that in a very good shape fiscally. And that's really kind of boring, and most people don't really realize that's
but it
probably
wouldn't
the
be
most
boring
important
if it was their bank account.
Well, the thing is, if we had to charge them more in taxes, and we had to fire people from the city and cut back on services in a serious manner,
Mm-hmm.
that would have been very effective. It would have affected our community and our population. The other big issue that people, I think, always expect me to say, well, it's water.
Mm-hmm.
And because of the good work of Tom Hessler and Bob Strain and Chuck Patuchik, Pat Call, among others, we've gone from a situation where 25 years ago we had people that couldn't even agree on what the problem was, much less what needed to be done to address the water issues in the area. And over the years, through a number of organizations like the Upper San Pedro Partnership, the Cochise Conservation and Recharge Network, and now the Sentinel Landscapes Program with the Post and the Department of Agriculture, we have a handle on water. We know what needs to be done. We have methods with the Interior Department to improve and manage the issues in the Sprinka and deal with the actual renovation and the recharge, as well as vegetation management and other things. We have a process where we will effectively consult with each other and determine what needs to be done. So we've come so far on the issue of water, and we've been able to define what the issue is. And quite frankly, we still don't have a water problem here in Sierra Vista, because we have enough water in our deep aquifer, one of the largest aquifers in the state. And the challenge for us is how do we keep the San Pedro River flowing and move water and effluent around so that we have a larger stretch to make sure that recreation area and the habitat in there and the animals that live there can thrive for the next 70 to 100 years, while we work on the state to try to get them to bring water up from Mexico to not just the Colorado River,
Mm-hmm.
but also up here in San Pedro, which actually feeds the Colorado
Mm-hmm.
River. So there's some future challenges ahead, but we're in good shape with water for the next generations.
Well, that's a lot of education for some of our viewers out there. We turn on the faucet and we just take for granted that we have water, and not realizing necessarily that we live in an area where we have to be aware of that, and that there are people that are fighting for that awareness and that protection here as well, too, so that the rest of us can continue to take it for granted that we have water.
And the city has been recognized by the EPA as a leader in conservation measures. So we have all kinds of codes, all kinds of things are required in the development. We're always looking at the best way to recharge and where the best places to recharge. So that's something that is, we're not just sitting back on our laurels. That's something that we continue to look at to make sure that we're good stewards of the environment, and the next generations will be able to live here and enjoy the great community that we have.
Well, that's a major accomplishment.
Oh, yeah.
Major, and like you said, not done.
Not done.
It's ongoing,
Yes,
but major.
Yeah.
So what are some of the other things that the city's worked on?
I was very pleased to be at the ribbon cutting for the new hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And the city has worked with the folks at the hospital and the entire medical community to make sure that we have adequate medical service here in Sierra Vista, so that you don't necessarily have to go to Tucson or Phoenix unless it's something very, very specialized. One of the challenges we still have, though, is behavioral health. When the new hospital was built, they doubled the number of beds for behavioral health. And just recently, when we went into opening at
Cibus and La Frontera just opened
where
up a
they've
facility.
expanded as well, but we have additional needs there, and there are other medical specialties that we need to be able to have as we continue to grow. And I'm very pleased to share with everybody that our hospital, along with one in Tucson, were rated, got the top ratings recently, and I know they're going to work hard to continue to maintain that and improve additional services. So they're always looking at how to improve and how to take care of the community, which is great. Another two great community partners we have are both Cochise College and the College of Applied Science and Technology.
CAST,
which used to be the UA, UA South, which is what I'm used to calling it. But we've partnered with Cochise College for a number of things. We set up a police academy. We're looking at setting up a dispatcher academy because that's a critical need across the country, and you have to have special people with special qualifications, special temperament to be able to do that. So we're looking at with that. And of course, we've had a fire and EMT academy there with them for a while. So that goes that talks to their city services, but also the college is looking at, now that they're authorized by the legislature, they're looking at establishing some 4-year programs. One of the 4-year programs that I've been pushing is nursing. They have a great program for LPNs and all the other things. But to get a Bachelor of Science in Nursing, you need things like organic chemistry and an organic chemistry lab and that kind of thing. And they're looking at that so that we can grow our own rural nurses, because that is, again, is an issue with the healthcare. So we have a great partner in Cochise College, and that's in addition to the regular trades like building, carpentry, and all the other things that they do. They're a great asset for this community, and they're involved not only here, but in Benson and Douglas as well.
And their associate degree programs as well.
Yeah, and the 2+2+2 program where we've had people receive their 2-year degree from Cochise College a week before they actually get their high school diploma. So that's a good thing too. And the other exciting thing, of course, is the University of Arizona College of Applied Science and Technology. They're doing a lot of things in the cyber area, and while they're doing that, they're actually looking to expand in the area because their online courses are maxed out. They're money makers for the university, and they also provide skills that we need here locally as well as across the state. So the partnership with both those institutions and working with them to make sure that they can expand, and again, it deals with working with the legislature, working with the governor's office, etc., to make sure they understand that the opportunities are there. We just need to have the funding from the state to be able to do that. So all three of those are successes, and they're ongoing, and will continue to improve long past me being mayor.
That's the plan.
That's the plan.
That's the plan. And then, of course, the relationship with Fort Huachuca.
Well, that's been a great thing. Most people know I grew up as an Army brat and served time as an Army officer. And I lived in a lot of Army communities, and some were not so friendly to the military families, and some looked at the post as a burden.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that is not the case here. We are really one community that just happens to have some strands of barbed wire in between us.
Mm-hmm.
We do a lot of services for the post as far as light maintenance on lights, traffic lights, and all kinds of things, trash service, etc. For the residents. So we do a lot of municipal things to help the post, and they also help us. We appreciate the fact that they're very active in the water issue, and of course they have certain standards they have to meet as a federal installation. But we work very cooperatively, and as a result, you see the new fire station that was basically paid mostly through federal grant. The cost went up a little bit, so we had to kick in a little bit too. But those are the things that help the community. And of course, that station is positioned so it can back up Fort Huachuca at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
We provide the ambulance service to the folks over at the UAV station at Black Tower.
Mm-hmm.
And there's cooperative agreements that are beneficial to both of us that we're able to operate with and make it cheaper for the Army to operate, make it cheaper for the city to operate. So there are benefits all the way around. And it helps us build a sense of community too, that they're not somebody that's just, oh, that's the post. We don't need to deal with those guys. It's one community.
Mm-hmm.
They participate in events. You have the host the 4th of July, or not the 4th of July, the veterans.
Oh,
the
that's
Veterans
right.
Day.
The
Vets bring a vet to lunch,
mm-hmm.
which is a good event where we have people from the post and the community together. And there are a number of things like that. The Veterans Day Parade mm-hmm. is another big event that we do together. And that brings our community together and make sure that the folks that are here for 2 or 3 years or maybe decide to retire here are already welcome. And we are a community, as everybody knows, of a large number of military retirees. And they are important people, and they support the fort. We support the fort. And the fort supports us economically and many other ways. So it's a great symbiotic relationship.
So that takes me back a little ways here. So a couple of years ago now, it doesn't seem like that long, but a couple of years ago, we started these live streams.
Yep.
And that was at the beginning of COVID.
Exactly.
And you were on about once a week, I think. We had you on because we don't have a TV station here, a news channel here. We have the Herald, which is great. And we have, some other, the radio station, things like that. But it was so important when we were all closed up in our homes and in our offices, to hear the same message that you're speaking today, which was, we have these relationships, we have these partnerships, and we work together and we'll continue to work together.
Right.
And we had a plan. The city had a plan, the county had a plan, the fort had a plan, and they were already talking. They already knew what the plan was. They'd already worked together on that. And so everybody was able to work together to work through the plan and to ensure our communities stayed as safe as possible.
And I'm glad you brought that up because it reminds me also of the monument fire.
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't been the mayor maybe 3 months when we had the monument fire. And we were very lucky because we just gotten done at the city of not only redoing our emergency plan, but we built our emergency operations center. And the thing we learned there was the only thing we needed that we didn't foresee is enough phone lines to be able to operate in the future. But what that whole exercise did is it melded the assets of the fort, the city, the county, and the fire districts. So we were all working toward one goal.
Mm-hmm.
And then and we came together as a community to support those folks that were being moved out. We were able to get the Salvation Army to provide food and the schools to provide shelter. And we had a place for the animals over the animals from the rural areas over at the old riding club. And we came together as a community to overcome that issue. And it was really the same thing when you talked about the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
We were a little shaky at start, I think, but we got a handle on it. I
Mhm.
appreciate the ability to come in here every month or two, depending on what it was, to talk to the folks, let them know what was going on. I appreciate the efforts of everybody in the community, especially the chamber. When we started talking to the governor about
Mhm.
things like what stores should really be open, and do we really need to, do this or do that, or advocating for certain other businesses to stay open,
Mhm.
that wasn't necessarily on his list. And we worked together at the city
You
and the
did.
chamber, and we got some minor concessions initially, and then finally the governor came around and figured out that it wasn't as bad as it was being projected, and we could do some additional things, and things started to relax, and businesses started to get back to normal.
Mhm.
But we wouldn't have been able to do that without the help of the chamber, and without the help of the broadcasts, so people would know what's going on. And that was one of the things that I realized right away. There was a period of about 2 weeks where I was getting 300 emails a day from folks, not only here in city Sierra Vista, but the entire
Mhm.
the county, and even the county next door.
There were a lot of scared
And a lot
people
of
out
scared
there.
people that
Mhm.
didn't know which way was going, what was going
Right.
to happen, and that's understandable. And having the ability to talk to people on the over the air
Mhm.
was a great help to me and a great help to the city. So I want to thank the chamber for doing that, so that we got the information out that was critical, and we got things calmed down a little bit, and we got back to normal as soon as we could. And even though it's still out there, it's normalized now. We don't have that fear factor that we had the first couple of weeks of COVID.
You kind of know what to do now.
Yeah, exactly.
But we were happy to be able to provide the live streams to get the information out there to the community, and also to let them know what the city was doing and what we were doing. There went the cat. But to let everybody know, what was going on, how we were advocating, and trying to support the businesses and the communities, but
And the
it
hospital.
was, and the
And
hospital.
that was a
Yeah.
chore too,
Mhm.
is seeing daily reports as to what the numbers were in the various hospitals, and it was a little scary,
It was
quite
scary.
frankly, to me, to see all those numbers. But we know we had professionals we could rely on to take care of that, and we got through it.
And we did. And our businesses, had a hard time, but a lot of them adapted and actually ended up doing okay, doing
Yeah.
well. And they're still here today.
Well,
So,
one of the things I'll share with you that people probably don't realize, the city has done very well with the sales tax.
mhm.
And the numbers continue to be high. And I think one of the reasons the numbers continue to be high is because my friend, the good mayor of Tucson, basically shut down the town. So we had people from Patagonia to Benson to Wilcox to Douglas coming to Sierra Vista to shop. And when they came in to shop, they realized there are a lot of advantages. We got great people. We got the same quality products that they would get by shopping in Tucson. We have roads that will actually allow you to get in and out and be effective,
Mhm.
and shop here. And I think most people have realized that, hey, now that it's over, I still want to go to Sierra Vista because I don't have to deal with all the issues. And oh, by the way, the higher sales tax.
Right.
So those folks are still coming here, and that's been able to maintain our our main revenue, which we get from in the city, is sales tax. So that hasn't dipped, even though there's been an up and down in a little up and down in the economy in the last couple of years. We still have strong sales tax growth, and that's probably the reason why. So there was a silver lining to the cloud.
Hmm. There usually is if you look for
Yep.
it. Yeah, absolutely. So you sign off on what day? What's your
Well,
last day?
I'll probably turn the keys and my ID card and my phone and the credit card over on next Friday sometime.
Next Friday. Goodness.
And of course, technically I'm still the mayor till the 1st.
Mhm.
So it's been a challenging, rewarding for me period. And the thing I really like most about being mayor is dealing with the folks. We have a lot of great people in this community. We have a lot of great organizations that are supported by the community, all the charities, I wouldn't say the chamber, of course, but the charities and the churches that support the people in need are very important, and that's what makes a real community. So it's really been a privilege to work with those folks and get to know folks. I'm still going to be around. I'm still going to be involved in a few things, but it won't be as mayor. And if I can help anybody, I've always tried to do what's best for the entire community while helping people, and that's not going to stop. So it really has been a privilege for me. And although we have had some trying times, I've enjoyed it, and I really like the people, and I can't say enough about the city employees. They are a team that really cares about the community and wants to do the right thing. And this community doesn't realize how blessed they are to have those type of folks working for them every day.
I agree.
Every day.
So everybody wants to know, what are your plans?
Well, I tell everybody that this is my second retirement, and I'm gonna kick back and not do a whole lot. But I will be attending the Joint Service Clubs meetings and the Greater Sierra Vista military meetings on the first weekend of the month, Friday and Saturday. I will continue to come to some chamber events as well, especially was it Wake Up Sierra Vista? What we call it?
Good morning, Sierra Vista.
Sierra Vista.
So speaking of that, we expect you to. So we have a little something that we would like to present to you. So the Sierra Vista Area Chamber of Commerce presents Rick Mueller with an honorary lifetime membership.
Oh, excellent.
In honor of your 12 years of public service, just as mayor, not including all the other ones, but we appreciate those too. But we thank you for your dedication to the well-being of our community, your partnership, and your commitment to the growth and prosperity of Sierra Vista. So that is for you.
Thank you very much. And I really enjoyed the chamber, especially the last couple of years. And I could probably tell some stories about how in the past the chamber and the city didn't really get along very well.
But we do now.
What we do now, that's the important thing. Is part of the mayor is building relationships and making sure things are positive and everything is focused and moving in the right direction. And the mayor can't do that by himself.
No.
He's got to have people that are willing to cooperate. And the chamber's done a great job. I could say that about a number of the charities and churches in town as well.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
We really do have a great community, and it's really been a pleasure to be the head of that community and the mayor of the Sierra Vista at the same time. So
we appreciate
I'm really pleased, and now I know how I can sneak into the business at twilight.
Absolutely. As a member of the chamber. That's right. An honorary lifetime member. So absolutely, we expect to see you.
Please tell the board I'm very appreciative.
Of course.
Okay.
Will do.
Thank you.
So thank you. But he's going to hang out as he usually does with me while we go through some of the updates. So we have a few updates here today. So want to let you all know that we are taking next week off. So the chamber will be closed come 4:00 today. We will be closed through January 2nd. So we'll be back in the office on January 3rd. Feel free to send us emails if you need to get in contact with us. But we will be back on January 3rd, 2023. Goodness. So our leadership applications, Leadership Southern Arizona program, which is a fabulous program. So the mayor always got to help out and do presentations on our government day. And
I was thinking maybe going to that next year.
You should. The applications are open till December 31st, and you should. It would be so much fun. So go online, make sure you get those applications done. We can't take applications after that date. So, next week when you're all off and recovering from all the ham and turkey and Christmas presents and all of that, just grab your laptop, fill out that application. And again, that has to be done before December 31st, and space is limited on that. So don't procrastinate any longer. We have our board member nominations open through January 1st. And so those are also for any chamber members out there. If you're interested in serving on our board, please fill out that nomination form. That's on our website as well. Light up Sierra Vista. So
Community is looking good. I tell you, it's at night. It's amazing going through some of these neighborhoods and seeing some of them are very extravagant.
They are.
Well worth taking the time to drive around town and check them out.
So it's a lot of fun. So we let the community vote. So I have results for you, and we'll tell you who the winners are. But the staff and I here, my crew here at the chamber, we were very fortunate. We received a nice little donation from a board member, and one of our chamber members, All Occasion Limousine, offered for a donation to drive us around to look at the lights so that we could judge for the chamber choice. And so thank you to All Occasion Limousine. We were out for about 3.5 hours, I think, driving around in the Hummer limo, and we just had a blast. So that was last weekend or last Thursday, and it was great. I got to go do the sheriff's show the next morning. We were talking about Light Up Sierra Vista, and of course the Sheriff Daniels was talking about don't drink and drive. So my suggestion is take a limo, but go out, take a limo, they'll drive, have a great time. I mean, you can have a little something in your hot cocoa while you're out having fun, looking at the lights. It's the best way to go. So just give All Occasion Limousine a call if you're interested but we had so much fun. So yeah, and just seeing all the lights and all the work that people put in at their businesses and their homes to decorate and just make it beautiful. So I have some information for you. So the Chamber Choice Awards go to the business with our favorite lights was Doc's Watering Hole. So congratulations to Doc's Watering Hole. Love it. And if you haven't gotten a chance, these lights will still be up through the 25th. But that's just this weekend. So make sure you get out there one of these nights and drive around and check out the lights. Our favorite home, if you got a pen and paper, you can write this down, but we'll post it as well, is at 4202 Angela Court in Sierra Vista. Another great one. Herald Review Choice Awards. Business was the U.S. Forest Service Station in Hereford. They do a great job every year. Great job. So congratulations to them again. I think they've won an award for all 3 years that we've done this now. So congratulations. And then their favorite home was the address 1116 Acacia Drive in Sierra Vista. And then the community choice, everybody wants to know because everybody goes on and votes, and we appreciate that. So a community choice, favorite business was Nation's Floor Covering in Sierra Vista. They've won before, they won again. So congratulations to them. And favorite home is 1685 Moonflower Way in Sierra Vista. So congratulations to all of our winners. We're going to be out delivering the signs to all of those this afternoon. So you'll be able to see the sign in their front yard or in front of their business. But congratulations to the winners. So good job, everybody. And I hope you all enjoyed the holiday events, the parade, the Santa Fly-In, the Light Up Sierra Vista. So
you always do such a great job bringing in the holidays.
Well, thank you.
And I know people appreciate it.
Well, I hope so, because we have fun doing it. So, all right, moving on. We are working in partnership with the Herald Review Media. So they have an author coming into town, January 24th. It's Tamika Sears. That's her name. And if you don't recognize her name, that's okay. She is the author of, and it's really hard for me to do this and do it correctly, but How to Tell If You're an A-Hole Boss. So that's the bleeped version. And so
are you recommended we all read it?
Yes, absolutely. Everybody should read it. Everybody should, whether you are currently a leader, a manager,
That's
whatever
right.
it may be, or you want to be someday, or you want to help your leader, manager, whatever, know that they need some improvement.
Sounds like a great event.
It is a great event. And so, you can always improve, even if you think you're a great boss, there's still ways you can improve. So the Herald has Tamika Sears coming in, and she's going to be doing 3 different sessions on January 24th. So please make sure we have links here in the comment section for you. Please make sure that you get registered for that as soon as possible, because space is limited for those. You don't have to attend all 3. You can pick one of those sessions and attend. But some comments from the author. She says the leadership game has changed. Have you? Are you experiencing challenges retaining and hiring team members? Are you having a hard time adjusting to the new work environment expectations after COVID? Are you unsure on how to motivate your team to accomplish the goals of your organization? If you answered yes to any of those, you need to register. So, and I know we have a lot of employers out there that are having difficulty with hiring or retaining. And so this is just another way to, put another feather in your cap and gain some more knowledge and experience. But again, make sure that you pick one of the sessions. The first one is from 7:30 to 10 in the morning, and then 11:30 to 2 at lunchtime, and 4:30 to 7 in the evening. So make sure you jump online and reserve your spot for that. Also, doing anything for New Year's? No?
Well, I understand there's supposed to be a party going on.
There is a
somewhere.
party.
Yeah.
That's right. Pica's Pantry.
There
I
we
think
go.
this is year number 3. She's, Sarah Pacheco, she was on here with us last week, actually, and talking about that. So for 3 years now, she's been putting on a New Year's Eve party, which is a fundraiser for Peach's Pantry. And so that is coming up, obviously, at the end of the year, December 31st, from 8 p.m. to 1 a.m., January 1st. But it is a rockabilly New Year's Eve.
Well, it sounds like fun, and it's a great cause that actually sends food home with kids on the weekends from the school.
Evenings and weekends, yes.
Peach's Pantry has done a great job in the community, and this is a great event.
It is a great event. And if you haven't attended one of these, you definitely want to get your tickets. The tickets are $50, which is it really, yes. And she has live entertainment coming in. So Carvin Jones is going to be there, and he is the king of strings.
Oh, cool.
And so you're going to have great entertainment. The ticket admission includes admission to the amazing concert, a champagne or non-alcoholic cider if you choose, toast at midnight, light refreshments, a print from Rain Photography. He's fabulous. And they also have a wine and spirits poll, which is kind of a raffle thing, and then many other raffle gifts. And all proceeds, like we said, support feeding children in our community. So if you don't have anything to do, definitely do that. And then call All Occasion Limousine before you get your tickets to make sure that you have that ride home. You get the ride home, a ride to the dance, and then a ride home after.
There you go.
Yeah. So anyway, that's coming up, but we do have a link so that you can grab those tickets. They're on Eventbrite, but go ahead and get those snatched up as soon as possible because there is space limited on that as well. But that one, they did change the location from Thunder Mountain Activity Center to Columbian Hall. So it's right here in town. So easy to get to. And then, I can't believe it, but now we're going to talk about 2023 a little bit. So not a lot, just a little bit. Just want to give everybody just a heads up. February 1st is our first military affairs luncheon on Fort Huachuca. So registration is open for that. Our speaker will be, it's currently the mayor-elect, Clea McCaw, but he will be the mayor officially at that point, but he will be the speaker for the for the military affairs luncheon. So again, that's February 1st at 11:30 at Thunder Mountain Activity Center. Great networking for people to go out there and network with the fort and with other business leaders and to hear more about updates because you would always give us updates.
Yes, ma'am.
And what's happening in Sierra Vista. And so lots of updates happen there as well. Have to thank our sponsors, Arizona G&T and Grad Solutions. So thank you to the sponsors, and the registration link is provided to you. So, and then simple things. If you are a chamber member and you want to host a business at Twilight, the form to sign up for that is right on our website, as is our ribbon cutting form. So if you're interested in having a ribbon cutting provided by us, make sure you fill out that form and we'll get back to you on all of that.
Yeah, I'm going to miss the ribbon cuttings. They were a lot of fun.
You can still come.
Well, I know, but I won't get to cut the ribbon.
You won't get to cut the ribbon, but you can definitely still attend.
Okay.
Promise. Other than that, follow us on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and YouTube. Don't forget to shop locally. If you haven't finished your Christmas shopping, if you're last minute like I am, make sure you shop locally for all of that during the holidays and support our local businesses. So important. And then that sales tax thing, like he was talking about, right?
It comes right back to you.
That's what we need. That's what we want. So I want to thank everybody again for being kind and compassionate, especially during the holiday season, to everybody. Attitude matters. Attitude is everything. That's right. And that is all that we have. Just want to say happy holidays to everybody out there. We will see you in 2023. Thank you again, Mr. Mayor.
And thank you for doing all that you do and for the
Thank
community.
you.
And I just want to thank the community for the opportunity to serve.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks.
We are the Sierra Vista Area Chamber, your chamber for 60